Так, стрим пошел. Сейчас скину группу. Охайо, здорово, Антон. Снова здорово. Теперь звук должно быть слышно. И задержки быть не должно. Задержка самая небольшая, вообще кайф. Секунд 5 всего. Сейчас. Раз, два, три. Звук есть игры? Ну, должно быть, потому что это YouTube. Уверен в этом. Все, звук есть. О, так, ну что? Давайте. Я хочу такой персонаж, короче. 3-3-3-3. О, вот сейчас будет очень интересно. Можно почитать. Я не троечник, я хочу, чтобы у меня был абсолютно сбалансированный персонаж. Ага, вот оно что. Электрохимия. Электрохимия, я не помню, где она. Электрохимия. Отправиться на планету тусовок. Вы любите наркотики. Это взаимно. Хорош. Ну нет. Может быть. Сейчас 30, 40. Диалоги. Координация. Что это? Цель самого. Ладно, нет, интеллект. А, 4 навыка. Или нет? А, нет. Да, тут не империя. Короче, может не империя будет моим главным навыком. Все, игра начинается. Погнали. Пример. Сижу в зеркалах, они здесь как дома. Даже в самой прозрачной воде можно утонуть, если не
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Антон. Меня не слышно. Может, вот так? Вот Сейчас лучше. Сейчас в ОБСе пофиксим, если что. Звук рабочего стола. Георгий, вас слышно. Меня тихо слышно, как выясняется. Свойства. Устройство. Ничего не видно. Если я прям орать буду в микрофон. Даже так, прям совсем, если громко говорить. Короче, ладно, надо будет сделать потише сейчас.
Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. I know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. Do you really? You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball. Infinitesimally small. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the... Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music. The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
С людьми, мам. Что? Что ты ищешь? Да, что ты ищешь? Электронка в ванну. На раковине. Сделал игру потише. Специально для вас. Мне, наверное, сейчас очень громко слышно. Какие старые настройки? У меня их не было вообще. И, судя по всему, не включается. Настройки. Аудио. Аудио с рабочего стола. Микрофон USB. Свойства. Поставить по умолчанию. Микро по умолчанию. Окей. Вот так лучше. Да ладно. А я могу. Я чат могу. Ёперный театр. Ну-ка. Не. Не. Блин. Не так. Так не получится. Нет. Да что. Вот. О. Во, отлично. Игру слышно? Ну, короче, сейчас я буду, судя по вашим комментам, выяснять. Здорово, чудо. Да. Большая бутылка красного командора. Совершенно пусто. Катушечный магнитофон. Все еще включен. На пленке в нем нет. Похоже, кто-то вырвал пленку, пока играла песня. Должно быть, личная жизнь не имеет большого значения, даже заперта изнутри. Жесть. Надо, наверное, пойти умыться, типа. А чё? Что это? Что за фигня? Что это? Ванна. Ванна бутылками из-под вина, пива и ликера. О, зеркало. А это чё? И ладно, сорочку. Вот так. Штаны.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Знаете, что я буду делать? Я буду сейвлоудить.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations. You smashed the window which a cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up.
Короче. Смешные. Смешные вы люди все. О, галстук. Надо его достать.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, what you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie. The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Отлично. Все, теперь можно пойти умыться. Наконец-то.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Ну как бы. Да,
It's not.
страшновато.
It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Короче. Ну-ка.
Behold
Здорово. Бу испугал.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Нельзя.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like
Я буду абузить, я же говорил. Я хочу все на позитиве, чтобы у меня прошло.
this fan has or has it been consigned there? You swoop up. What you have in your hand is a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Отстаньте от меня, никакого осуждения. Я вам не позволю.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows. The shards face outward. A fine web of more likely a it is too large for the single group. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. A cool wind gushes in. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits as you slowly abort. You clearly have not thought, yeah, there is definitely something wrong with where to even bet you are. It's not. Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is. It appears you're also... Please stop. It's horrible. Oh my God. You can't stop. What does it even mean? You should check yourself for a pulse. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your... It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough
Получилось.
time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, That meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lamillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry Your Pretty Little Head. Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression, looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. You have some understanding of the recent history of disco. The rest is darkness. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. It's too late. Like an image on film. A mirror hangs above a bent and hot water. Suddenly, really, as you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought, yeah, there is where to even bet you it's not. Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's. Behold, you have no idea. Whatever it is, please stop. Oh my, what does it even mean? You should check. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. Like the rest. A mirror hangs above a hot water. Suddenly, you realize you haven't really, as you abort. Yeah, where to bet you it's. Don't be. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also. Please stop. You can't, can you? What does it even mean? You should check yourself. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. How, like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place.
Хочу обе забузить.
A mirror hang hot water sprays from suddenly, really, as you slow abort. Yeah, where to, it's not. Don't be scared, bet you are. Behold, you have no idea, whatever it is. Please stop. You can't, can you? What does it even mean? You should check yourself for a pulse. You find no sign of life on your swollen, like the rest of you. It comes from a, it's too late. A mirror hangs above hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory. As you slow abort, you clearly. Behold, you have no idea. Whatever it is, please stop. You can't. What does it even mean? You should check yourself. You find no sign of life on your swollen. It belongs in the new. Things were good. Forever show. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music. In an open. Everyone. The clip. You have. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over.
Во, как можно. Все, допер.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's too late.
Я забужу.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's too late. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's too late.
Сообужу обязательно.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's like something snaps in you.
Получилось.
A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Да, улыбку точно не надо было убирать. Это я придумал, конечно.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No.
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
No. You're a police officer, sir. I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost any-
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. You're a cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions.
Yes. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Forever and ever.
And ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. Yeah?
Those words tell me something else. Feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very shape of them.
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Yes, it was very cool. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it. Glad to have been of assistance.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is indifferent to your loneliness. Still no answer. Still nothing. Still. Still. Still nothing. This door can only be opened with a key or from...
А чё так быстро? Надо shift зажимать, чтобы я ходил. Круто. Не насиловать дверь.
The door is closed.
На сегодня все. А чё? Почему? Вот как. Ким Кацураги.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. Who is mistakenly identified as a... You should sing the sad... Serves them right. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is... As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. So cool. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photo... What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to... Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know... Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here. Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Yes, you are. A real decorated hero. What did you not do? First you took... Oh, it's not? You're right. It's not.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely, something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you. A competent work looks like something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, why don't you go and talk?
He pretends not to hear you. Concentrate. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why?
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body is...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. Talk to the manager. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to think. I was sent here to meet a I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to? I'm sorry if I was being overly familiar. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to... I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be. The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago. Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got. Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The Status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the...
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant...
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should...
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Whatever do you mean? Ah, yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city. That's right. You mean like a brief? There's no reason to wing any. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify. Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? No, it's not a particularly mystery. The deceased is a security guard for a corp. I can assure nothing. No.
So desperate, there's something the lieutenant isn't seeing.
I'm afraid you don't know. I assumed you were in. That's good. Better it's just stupidity. Later. Good. Yes?
Only banal thing.
Yes?
Only banal things strike.
Yes?
What if you did it? Yes, you killed him. And then, as part of the... Maybe this is why. Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary? You're not in the best shape.
And what has led you to this conclusion? That is a common side effect of overindulgence. It will pass. I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice. Like
Not a fan.
the RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its...
Try work. The case... Fine. We should get through this day. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an... Then you should consider seeking medical attention. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent. That's a fair... That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough to...
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal hair yourself.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them.
Something the matter?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no...
The lieutenant, but this isn't an old school case.
What? Think?
The lieutenant, you're super lucid, yet
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. I don't know.
Passing along frivolous The man with the unimpressive beard. No.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the...
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need direction.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me? Behind this building, that's easy. See that door there? She went away because none of your business. Oh my God, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. What are you, crazy?
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
the IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him. It would be wiser. He wants to take your money.
The lieutenant looks at you.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damage. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real. It is.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have. There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because...
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get...
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up, but you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you, in time or space? That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim.
Составление второй битвы.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay. Excuse.
She's uncomfortable.
Oh, I don't know.
Pig.
No need to worry.
Okay. Well, me? I am just a gardener. I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. Well, as you probably know, there's a cop.
Don't worry.
Thank you. Since the street sign's messed up, it's there. What do you mean? Yes,
He knows where we are.
there's the pier, the cape, the harbor gates, some shop just coast. It's just water. No problem. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Before you stands a motor carriage. Vapor emanates. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a metallic...
Take what you need, officer.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pride, useful for open the handle. You can do good work. It's rubber, lets you see things. The pull-out toolbox slides back in a metallic drawer. The white suede feels luxurious as you tap.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translate. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my in.
This is the Capri Cinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century. The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like Tip Top, Detective? An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I...
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button, the soft purr.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Wittmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Wittmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced...
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost...
He lost his what? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop...
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9.
No,
ask him.
Sergeant...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's...
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat, please. Over. 10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message, please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over. He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying?
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking. Tell him to apologize, right?
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. He says he's sorry and didn't mean nothing by...
Okay.
Tell him to find his goddamn...
Satellite officer 10-4.
Oh.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority.
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he
I don't think...
Don't give that asshole anything.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case.
Vicmar said...
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are...
Suddenly, the necktie feels like a boa constrictor.
Hey!
The radio falls silent and lifeless.
What was that? It's okay, detective. We should get on with our tasks. Work...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just...
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh. Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Who? You are? You lost your human visage while... Yes, there's no basking in your glow. That's because you're hung over. Even though... That's the busy kind. And you even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. With all it... What else?
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you.
What? You want me to... You want the...
So it's...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact...
It's not fucking cryo-actolate.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Of course. What is the number?
Yes.
Receive.
Lieutenant.
Officer. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? You know, maybe, I don't know. No? No, what? No one, you know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I
Push her further. Show her that
I didn't know.
you can almost hear the girl getting
No.
It was someone else.
Okay. Yes. Oh.
Real police will never uniform. Yes, you absolutely. It feels like you haven't worn your...
Please. You were trying to impress. You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it. No.
There are way more... There is silence on...
Me neither. No, it almost looked like you pawned it. You mean, why did... Maybe, I don't know.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be...
Nothing you can say would make you... Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism.
Ладно. На сегодня... На сегодня все. Сколько стрим тут длится? Блин, пипецка. Что у нас там в коллаже есть, интересно? Ты. Да, наверное, сегодня все. Завтра, может, продолжим. Завтра продолжим. Сейчас спать уже. Бля, уже 11:30, да, спать пора. Ну, чё сказать могу. Всем спасибо, кто пришел. Желаю всем спокойной ночи. И чтобы вам всем снились хорошие сны. Надо водички попить. Ой, какая вкусная. Ой, как же хорошо. Вкуснотища. Ладно, все. Всем спокойной ночи, всем до свидания. Спасибо, что пришли. Спасибо той девушке, которая задонатила 10 рублей. Для начала очень даже неплохо. Может, блядь, стану стримером нормальным наконец-то.